In this video, I'm gonna show you how you don't get murdered here in Medellin, Colombia with real stories. Welcome to How to Expat. My name is Sam, and at How to Expat we help expats relocate. Around a month ago, a guy from Atlantic City that came to visit here in Medellin got shot, and that stirred up the whole conversation once again. How safe is Medellin, Colombia really? We have friends from Switzerland now coming in a couple of weeks, and even their whole friend circle and their families telling them how dangerous it is, and a lot of people get killed and kidnapped there. And yeah, I want to address that in this video, how bad it really is, because yeah, we live here full-time in Medellin, and I wanted to find out how many foreigners really get killed in Medellin. So I did some research on the internet, and I found since 2014 only 11 people got murdered here in Colombia, in Medellin. Of course, every story in itself is a tragedy, but if you compare that to most cities, yeah, it's not a real big deal. Since 2014, that's almost 5 years now completely. So yeah. And what I found with doing this research is the 3 rules you cannot break here in Medellin, and if you don't break them, you will stay safe. So let me tell you about these 3 rules. So after having a little closer look at these 11 cases, by the way, all the sources are in the description down below, I found some patterns. So of these 11 cases, 2 cases had something to do with drugs, 4 cases had something to do with, let's say, girls or prostitutes, 2 cases resisted the robbery and got killed that way, and 3 had, yeah, you couldn't really figure out that they did something wrong. They just got murdered here in Colombia, unfortunately. So you see, 8 out of these 11 cases you can pretty easily avoid with these 3 rules. Don't have anything to do with drugs, and even more especially with drug trafficking here in Medellin. Then the second thing is, if you're out with girls, especially prostitutes, it can be a dangerous city. So always be very careful, especially if, yeah, you're going out with a girl and it's a little bit too good to be true. I think you know what I'm talking about. Just be very careful there. And the third thing is, if somebody holds a gun or a knife in your direction, just give them your stuff and go on with your life. So if you follow these 3 very easy to follow rules, you won't get murdered here in Medellin, Colombia. Of course, that doesn't prevent you, yeah, it helps, but doesn't prevent you at all getting robbed. Let's say that you have to give your stuff, but you don't get murdered here. So this is a big difference of, yeah, the perception of people having that you come here and the likelihood that you get killed is kind of high, or higher in the US or anywhere else, but it's really not the case. Maybe it's a little bit higher that you get robbed, let's say, yeah, that you have to give your cell phone or get pickpocketed or something like that, but getting murdered is kind of, yeah, a non-issue for almost nobody here. So what I found is quite interesting is that all the cases since 2014, there is no women involved. So once again, the sources are in the description down below, but there are no women involved. So it's very unlikely statistically that if you're a woman, that you will lose your life here, because of a murder case or something like that. So yeah, that should kind of conclude, yeah, that's how you don't get killed here in the city of Medellin. Of course, you can do other measures that prevent that you get robbed with a gun or knife point. This is, of course, being aware of your surroundings, taking a taxi at night, don't walk in lonely streets at night, different things like that you should know as a well-traveled person anyway. Other than that, you will find more information how to stay safe in Medellin in our Medellin E-Guide. But yeah, other than that, it's really a city like any city out there, let's say in the Americas anyway. And yeah, you don't have to worry that you get killed and kidnapped and anything like that here. not in Medellin, Colombia. So I hope this video helped. If you want to find out more about how it is to live in Latin America, let's say Colombia, Panama, and Ecuador, make sure to check out our free ebook. It's linked in the description down below, so make sure to check it out now.